Good Monday evening, everybody. Welcome to another episode of My Fight Our War. I'm Manny Vitale, your host, along with, of course, OG. In fact, you know what? Let's uh,
I'm
let's gonna
here.
pop you on here because
Hello. Okay, there we go.
why is that so small?
Well, actually, it looks better.
No,
No? Okay. Yep.
there we go.
Ooh.
We are tired. You know what? It's been I can't, and today has been just crazy. Tyler Thompson. Today's been crazy. I've been thinking it's been Sunday all day.
Of course.
Um,
You and
I
everybody
was
else.
sitting there trying to get things rolling, and I'm sending the messages to my mom because Sundays is hang out with my day and all that, and so I'm sending messages, and she's not replying. So she finally gets back to me. I'm like, "Where in the heck are you? What are you doing?" She goes, "I'm at work." I'm like, "Oh, that's right. It's Monday."
Mm-hmm.
So all these days have just been blended together because it's been very busy. This past Wednesday is when we took off for New York to White Plains Airport. I
Mm-hmm.
just love that little place. It is this tiny little 5 gate, 6 gate airport. Bill Stacks is in the house, and we're going to be
Oh,
chit chatting about
Bill.
the
All
one and only
right.
Bill Stacks, as he was part of this last few days event. You guys know him as chatting with Stacks on his show. We uh, we got there Wednesday, and usually we jump right into doing shows. Well, what we ended up doing is Wednesday we get there and we did the videos, the skits upstairs in the studio. It's mocked up as a jail cell, and do videos up there. You'll see a lot with Ian Bick and Matt and everyone. I mean, a lot of people go up there and they do these clips.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I did Wednesday and had an absolute ball. King Handsome, the man, the myth, the legend in the house.
All right.
It was so
Oh,
good
hey,
seeing you,
whoa.
Whoa. And it just, I mean, anytime's better than none. But just that short time being able to see it, it was great, man. I'm so proud of you and happy, for everything, that you got going on. You guys know King Handsome is just tearing it up.
Mm-hmm.
Love you all. You are, you're doing awesome, man. And so yeah, Wednesday we get into town and immediately go to work, man. I was up there with actually Leroy Ebron was there for a little bit of the time. He was actually there before we got there doing skits and stuff. But unfortunately, he had to leave, so it ended up being me and Matt doing clips, along with Kyrie and Dylan, who were the producers. Actually, work with Mr. Beast as well. So being able to work with them is definitely an honor, and I had an absolute blast. It was so much fun. Um, I posted a few of the clips,
Mm-hmm.
and a few of the little snippets of the videos. And like I said, it was an absolute ball. It was so freaking hot up there. But you know what? We did it and had a great time. So that was Wednesday. And we ended up doing shows after that. Thursday, Friday, we did shows, interviews. Saturday was the event. Saturday, we had two things. The first was something that I've been, promoting as much as possible and will continue to promote because it's not over because the event's over. It will never end as long as there's an issue with addiction. The Brian Cody Brothers and Sisters Foundation
It's on the shirt. I don't know if you
will
can see it. Yeah, it's kind of
always be
small.
around, just like My Fight or War and
Mm-hmm.
all the amazing others that are out there. These platforms to battle addiction, knocking out addiction, Tyler Thompson, and the numerous others. As long as addiction's around,
Yeah.
we'll be around.
Yeah. Don't forget to tell them how you were doing skits with Bill Stacks too.
Getting into
Oh,
that,
okay. Oops.
there's a lot going on. We've got our special guest Donald Blow waiting in the green room here. Um, Donald, as you guys know, part of this family. Donald is an amazing, amazing person, man. Um, he drove 4 hours from Maine to be part of this. And not only did he go just to, kind of look around and take it all in, he was actually like the correspondent with boots on the ground, man. He was videoing everything, taking pictures, doing stills, doing everything. And that's why we are doing this tonight, to get Donald's perspective. So let's pop Donald in here. OG, we're going to send you
to the green room.
We are bringing my man, Donald.
All right,
how are you, man?
How are you?
How you doing?
Oh, we are good. So I'm glad to see, obviously, you made it home safe. Thank you for your reaching out that night, too, when you got home, because I know you had a long drive after a very long day.
Yeah, I got home and went right to bed pretty much.
Man, I tell you, I was kind of just giving a little update on what happened, what we're gonna tonight, as far as talking with you, because like I said, man, you drove 4 hours to be part of this event. Everyone knows you from your being part of this family. Everyone knows you from telling your story, being a guest on our show. And like I said, that day, I mean, you were there from the get-go. You had pictures and videos from this very start of the race. For you, being there and everything that you saw, what'd you think of the day? What'd you think of the events that took place?
Oh, like I told Coach, I'm like, it was probably like, I mean, I've been to different recovery rallies, but this one was probably one of the best ones I've been to since I've been in recovery.
And how long's that been again that you've been in recovery?
Almost 5 years.
Man, and here, that's how long the Brian Cody's been around. And I did get your message too about how, and I agree with you, man, as far as the event. I mean, they're all amazing. Man, I tell you, and you were part of this. When we first got there, we literally saw you just as we were starting our day, because as soon as we got there, Coach said, we got to get moving. We got a lot of people that, that I had to meet and just talk to. We were getting pictures with, and you joined us, for that walk. And
yeah,
man, it
Slow
was
walk.
so nice meeting these people. But you said something. I've been telling everybody. I just left
we
my
made
mom.
it about, I would say we made it maybe 5 feet in what, an hour?
That's exactly it.
That's exactly
We
what
were
he's been
sitting
saying.
there, and Coach was great. He goes, "Okay, we're gonna go over here," and it was a row of tents and tables and people. And we went up to the first one, and like, this is so and so, and they're the head of this platform, and they want to come on your show. And we were taking pictures and talked for a little bit, and then we go to the next one. But before we got to the next one, someone yelled, and we stopped and talked with them. And
Oh, yeah. Can you take my picture? Or
Yeah,
Coach would be
exactly.
like, hey, Donald, take my picture. I'm like, yeah,
Exact-
I'll take your picture.
and you were great. I
It's
mean,
like you were the
thank you.
correspondent. You really were the man on the ground.
You were
You were
the
fabulous.
correspondent. You were the on the ground reporter. You were the photographer. Every time we turned around, Donald was just doing videos or pictures. So this, and he's not kidding. He said the exact thing that I was about to say. As we're walking, all of a sudden we get a few feet and stopped again to talk to someone. And before we started talking, Donald's next to me.
Something
That
happened.
all we hear is oh no, Donald, did you get a phone call or something? Come on, Donald. Yeah,
I bet it was. I bet it was a phone
he
call.
probably got a phone call with something like that. He's got the link, so enter the studio. There he
we go.
is.
Yeah,
Okay.
I something happened. I don't know what happened. It said something about
Yeah,
cookies.
Did you get a phone call?
Hey, that's all right. We got you
No,
back, brother.
something about accept cookies, and I'm like, no, I don't want no cookies.
You mean Ant Cookies?
Because Aunt Cookie just showed up.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, so we're sitting there just like Donald was saying, and all of a sudden we stop again, and Coach is like, "Hey man, we can can you get some pictures with these people?" I'm like, "Of course." And all of a sudden I hear Donald's voice go, we've walked 5 feet in an hour. And I love your accent. So, and that was it. Nothing else. And I turn around and you're just standing there because
So very
he's
patient.
not kidding. We literally 5 feet. And, but it was what a day, man. And yeah, the entertainers and everybody. I mean, and you were there, man.
Yeah, I came home and I emptied all my pockets because I know I picked up some business cards from
Yeah.
like the different tents and stuff, and I probably had, oh damn, I don't know, 10 business cards in my pocket.
A stack of them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean
yeah,
it.
yeah.
So what, there was so much that happened. What were some of the things that really kind of caught your attention?
Yeah. What
I
stuck
mean,
out for you?
yeah, what were some of the, just talk about, some of the things that really caught your attention and meant a lot to you or that made you really stuck out that day?
Um, well, that one guy, I forgot what his name was, but he was he owned a roofing company. I don't know if his name was
Steve.
Chris or
No,
Steve.
actually, I will tell you, yes.
Steve.
Let's see. I have it right here. Steve Fusco. Steve
Yeah,
Fusco.
Steve. Yeah, yeah,
Yes, because he actually just
Oh,
he messaged me today to come on the show. Yeah, he was
yeah.
intense, brother.
And I was listening to his story, and his mother was sitting there, and I was what his mother was in tears, like when he was telling his story. And after
Oh,
he was done, I shook his hand and introduced myself, and I went up to his mother, and I'm like, when I went through the same thing. Like my mother never gave up on me. Like when I went to jail, she was always there, and she put me through multiple rehabs, and I don't know, that guy's story, it kind of like stuck out to me like the whole day,
mm-hmm.
how we were similar in stories, you know.
yeah, and that's one thing about doing what we do is you get so many people sharing their stories, and that's why we do it. Um, because somebody might watch the speaker, someone might go and see a speaker, and like, yeah, okay, it was good, but then you'll get someone else who's standing right next to him who's really affected by it because just like you said, you can relate to it. Um, do you remember? Were you there when that one guy after I got done speaking came up and was talking to me, and he said he was celebrating 4 days of sobriety? That
No,
guy
I
at the
missed
end.
that.
He looked like kind of a biker guy. He had
Yeah,
a
tall,
handkerchief on his head.
bandana going,
Oh,
but
bandana.
it's just the reason I bring it up is he said to me exactly what you said to Steve and his mom. After I got done speaking, and thank you for videoing that, by the way. Thank you for very much. But after I got done, I was talking to somebody and I feel a tap on my shoulder, and it was that guy. And he just said, I want to thank you for sharing your story. He said, someone was telling me, told me about this event, and someone, they were telling me about you and that I should hear your story. And he's a biker. And he goes, I just want to let you know it meant a lot to me. And he said, I'm celebrating 4 days sobriety today. And all of a sudden he lost it and started crying. And we went off to the side, and things happened for a reason. Because as soon as he said that and we started to talk, I looked over. Here comes Coach Tony, of all people, walking. I introduce him, Coach immediately swoops him up, starts talking to him. I look over my other shoulder, Rick. We get him to Rick. So it was like within a half hour, he had all of these
Support.
all of the
And
support
Diane,
people. Our friend Diane
active in
Hayes,
AA. Yep.
that. Um, it was an incredible day. I mean, just incredible.
I wish we
Bo.
could figure out how he's doing.
Oh
I'd
yeah,
like to follow him.
but
See how.
Did you get his
Oh,
name or?
yeah, we got his first name.
that's
I
all.
did. He has a card, and
Did he give it to you?
it's scary.
Yeah.
I gave him the card. He took my
Oh,
number.
yeah.
And we're so happy to help, but sometimes we can be a little overbearing, and it's just like, because you want to help, you
Yeah.
want to do all you can. And I caught myself because I was
Scare
like,
'em.
here, you got to meet Rick. Here, you got to do this. The poor guy
Yeah.
was doing 4
Yeah.
days. And all of a sudden I caught myself and I just stopped and I backed off, and he went and he got something to eat. And he was kind of relaxed and talking to Diane. And I finally walked over to him. I said, listen, we're really, we love you, man. And we're proud of you. I know it could be very overwhelming right now, especially 4 days. And you've got people coming at you, telling you how everything's going to be okay. And I said, it can be overwhelming. So if you need to step back, just step back and just tell us, because the last thing I want to do is scare you away.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
he was awesome, man. It felt like a big hug that whole day.
Mhm. Mhm.
What'd you think of our man Dave
Oh.
Stevens?
Oh yeah, Dave. After I forgot his name, and then when I messaged you what his name was, I looked him up and started following him. And I actually reached out to him too, and I said, "Man, you got an incredible story too. Was he
Yeah.
a seven-time Emmy winner and played what, college football, baseball,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he works
and
with Coach at ESPN.
he was born with no legs. Is that correct?"
Mhm.
That is
Correct.
correct. Donald, born with no legs, and
Yeah.
when he was a guest on our show, and when he was telling us his story back then, they were his parents were very wealthy, and as he said, when he was born back then, if you had any defects like that, you were taken out and put into foster homes. They
Yeah.
didn't accept you because of these defects, and he got adopted that day. It was amazing. And yeah, like you said, his story was just incredible. Um, you were right. He played college football. He had a tryout for the United States Olympic baseball team. Right field, no legs. And as you said, a 7-time Emmy Award winning producer for ESPN, motivational speaker, and just an incredible person. We've got a bunch of people on here, Donald. I don't know if you could see them right now. We got
I
Danny
can't see.
Gibson.
Can't see nothing. I don't know
Oh,
what's
okay.
Well,
going
I'll give you a little rundown.
on.
Everybody, we got the one and only Donald Blow. If you have any questions for Donald or myself or
Write 'em
OG,
down.
please let us know. We love, this is what tonight's about, man, to talk about that event. My nephew Bo, I love you, man. You rock, man. Bo, love you, man. We got Danny Gibson. It's always great to see you. Aunt Cookie, we miss you
Aunt
so
Cookie's
much.
here.
I'm sorry we couldn't spend more time together. Well, you saw Donald. It was so busy.
But so much love.
You're
Oh my God.
trying,
So much.
we wanted to be everywhere at once, but there wasn't enough time in the day, and so I wanted to spend more time with Coach and Mimi and you and all the others. But we got who else? Danny Gibson, again,
Yeah,
Aunt
I
Cookie,
showed.
Tyler,
Kevin Herbert
I
is on.
Kevin.
I
Yeah.
got there. I think it was like, I don't know, 7 a.m. and they were just beginning
Oh, and Lori's here.
the run, the 5K. I think it was
Yep,
Mhm.
yeah, you
down
got it.
below. Yeah, down below, and I seen Coach, and I went up and introduced me. He's like, "Well, everything is up top there in the garden," and I'm like, I don't know where that is. I'm from Maine." Like, he's like, "Well, you can hop in my car and we'll ride up and around."
Of course.
Oh, he gave you a ride up
I'm like,
there.
"No, I ended up walking up the hill." I'm like, he was so busy with everything going on, and I ended up walking up the hill, and that's where I met Strongbow was up there, and I'm like, "Hey, you need a hand? I don't mind helping out." He's like, "No, you're here on vacation." I'm like, "Oh,
Not really.
I mean, I still help out. That's how I am."
And that's what I say, how much this our family, and when I say our family, it's not just my fight, it's not just Ride With Me addiction support, it's not just Knockout Addiction, it's
all of
all
us.
of us. And that's what we do. Like you said, Bo, I mean, he is just he's a rock, man. And you know, what can I do? And that pretty much sums up all of us. What can I do? Lori from Athens, Alabama, what can I do? You know, so
And she does it all.
does it all.
I
But
think I took like 70 or 80 pictures
Oh,
along
I'm
with
sure at
videos.
least. Yeah.
Y-
Hmm.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
along with trying to stay live without the internet cutting off.
You
I was
know,
trying to send them to like you. I was sending them to Coach, sending them to Skylar, and I'm like, God, I gotta send this one to this one and that one to that one.
Well, put them all on your page.
yeah, yeah.
Oh
And the
yeah,
thing,
I ended up putting them all on my page. I probably got 10 messages from people like, wow, that looks like an incredible event, and
And it
where
was.
was it? And looks like you had a good time. And I'm like, yeah, that's what these things are all about. I mean, and oh, I think I lost you. But the thing about it is it was all free. So
wow, man. So I don't know what did you see? I left the screen, right? You didn't see me for a minute, did you?
no, I lost you.
Okay, yeah, because I don't know what the hell happened just now, but we're back. That's all that matters. I it cut off, so I missed what you said. Um, and Danny Donald is from Maine. He reminds me, you know, like with you and Katie when you drove all that way for Skylar. Donald drove all the way from Maine to be part of this event and ended up being, like I said, our Roman reporter on the ground, man, our
Hmm.
correspondent,
Hmm.
you know, helping with the videos, the pictures, the still shots, just everything. Thank you so much. And it's so funny because when you were videoing, when I was speaking, I didn't notice it's, you know, at first, and then I watched it again. Two people on bikes. It went right in.
Yeah, they rode right through, and I was like, "Are you serious?
Yeah,
Like right
yeah.
now? Like
How rude.
All
you're
you
gonna
hear,
ride right through when someone's speaking? I mean, come on now."
because that's what you hear. You hear Donald, you know, are you serious? Really? And I don't. Did you see that play? The play that those people did, those
Those four
performers.
performers.
Oh yeah. I
That
did
was
some
good.
Remember
videos on too.
Dave
Yeah,
and Dave
yeah,
Stevens was right up front videoing. Well, all of a sudden, there was a little kid.
Like maybe 6
I
years
thought
old,
he was
maybe.
like part of the act because like he was right up front with all of them, and he kept like wandering right in front of the camera. And the people in the show weren't really doing anything. I'm like, oh, okay. And all of a sudden, it was very obvious he wasn't part of it. And God bless Dave because he's great with kids. That's what he usually works with as well. And he had to get him out of the shot, and it happened again. But yeah, he did. He did a. Oh, wait a minute. And Cookie said Coach's godmother
Is from.
is from Bangor, Maine.
How far is that from you, Donald? Bangor, Maine.
it's about 2 hours.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I thought, oh no,
Yeah,
another relative. Who
they
knows?
have a
Yeah,
little, airport up there too, Bangor Airport.
and
You could fly
Danny.
in and out, probably like
Da-
New York.
oh, okay. Then Danny, he says, "Well, that's clear across the state for where I'm at, but it's
Oh
good
yeah,
to put a face on a name."
yeah.
Yeah, Ryan Page. Ryan Page is in the house. Ryan, how you
Yeah,
doing, brother?
I tried getting him to come, but I know he's busy with business and everything else. And
That's okay. It'll come again next year
We got to get
if
yeah,
he can make it.
what we
and they
need to
just
do.
opened they just opened a new call center in Biddeford. They had grand opening last week, I believe it was.
Well,
So
Ryan,
now
tell
it's
Well,
us.
not. Yeah, for Access Recovery Direct.
Good.
well, you know what we need to do is we'll hook up with Ryan and we'll make it happen, man. We'll jump on here again because we can have multiple people come on here. What we need to do is, who are some of the other people that were from Maine that were part of your awesome family up there?
Randy,
Randy Beard, um,
yeah,
of course, Ryan.
Ron.
Thought there was someone else that you that was on, but what we could do is get all
Oh,
of.
Peter. Was Peter on your show? No, he
Yes, I'm
was
trying to think of the
on
last name.
Peter Weber.
I think you might have had to cancel.
I'd have to look.
But what
I
we can
know he
do,
was on, what's his name? Is it Brian Lincoln or something like that? I forgot his name.
Well, look it up
what
if you find it. Let us know.
yeah, and what we'll do is we'll get a hold of you, Ryan, and what we could do is get you as well, Randy, and get a little like a main family little reunion here going where we can get updates from all you guys as far as different aspects of what's going on in Maine, and we'll do that.
Yeah.
What you think?
And you know what? Another thing, I was talking to Tammy when I got home. I'm like, it wasn't like the event wasn't like just for adults. Like they had so much kid stuff down on the other end that
Mhm.
I
Oh yeah, the bounce houses and the face painting and all that stuff. Yeah.
yeah, and it was free.
Yep. Everything was free.
You know what's cool
Yeah,
about that, Donald, is um, they did it the right way, man. Because when you start talking about addiction, it could be extremely scary, and as we all know, very taboo and very hush hush, which is just the opposite of what we need to do. We need to scream from the rooftops about this, but we got to do it in a smart way, not to scare the younger people. And when we're talking kids, I've had people say, "Well, that's too young." It is never
No.
ever too young to start, and getting these kids educated. So when they're looking around and they see, instead of seeing social media where they're showing news media with people dealing with addiction who are being locked up, who are being shown, laying passed out in alleys and fighting and all this terrible stuff happen, show addiction as far as the recovery with all of the, like we saw there, being surrounded by all this love and support, who is, all of us in recovery. So these kids aren't afraid to ask questions. They're not afraid to speak out and say, you know what, take that first step where, my brother, my mom and dad, just like in that play, we don't, there was that part in that play where the dad says, we don't talk about this outside of our family.
Hmm.
Donald, that happened to me one time. I was talking to a person who was going to be on the show, and it was a woman whose son and daughter-in-law both were dealing with addiction. One was dealing with alcohol, one with heroin. And as we were talking, she said the same thing to me. She goes, Manny, we don't talk. And then she's whispering, we don't talk about that. That's just family. We don't talk about it outside. And I just looked at her in the eyes. I said, okay, by not talking about it, you just put a drink in your daughter's hand. By not talking about it, you just put a needle in your son-in-law's arm. And by not talking about it, the next time me and you talk, we'll be at their funerals. And she looked at me and she's like, who in the hell do you think you're talking to? I go, I'm talking to somebody. I go, I'm somebody that does not have all the answers, but I'll never stop asking the questions. And, this is how we got to keep coming at this. And by keeping it within these four walls,
Doesn't help.
it's only going to cause more turmoil. And we got Lori here. Let's get, youth addiction and suicide is off the chart.
Hmm.
Laura, you know that firsthand. Laura's been going through some stuff as far as with her personal life with addiction. And so you know that firsthand, Lori. And we all know, that it's younger and younger. So let's start, educating younger and younger. What
yeah.
you
I
think,
mean,
Donald?
it begins with like I remember back in the day when I was in, I think it was elementary school. They used to have up here. It's called the DARE program.
Yeah, exactly. It
So
Hmm.
was all over the states. Yeah, there.
yeah, and I don't you don't hear about that anymore. Like like, I don't know if they got rid of the program but
I don't know.
the police officer used to come into the school and would talk to the class about drugs and alcohol. Man, I was probably 4th, 5th grade back then, but
Mm-hmm.
probably should have listened a little better, but whatever. No, but I mean, they do. I was watching the news up here. They had an article about kids and mental health. I think they were high school kids, and they were asking them, like, do you feel comfortable, like, going to your classmate or your teammate and being like, hey, I'm having an issue, or I'm having a problem at home, or and most of them said that they weren't really comfortable talking about it because their parents never really say anything about it to
Yep, it's
them,
kind of that.
and half of them don't even want to talk to their parents about it, you know.
There's a lot of from doing this, what I've seen, what I've heard. There's so much shame and embarrassment, and you would think obviously it'd come from us because us being the addict, of course, we're full of guilt, shame, and all that stuff and embarrassment. I I I was when I first started doing this, I was amazed and how much I heard the relatives, the parents, the spouses say, I'm embarrassed for what my son's doing. It's like, you're embarrassed. That's I wouldn't use that word. I mean, how about concerned, scared, worried? But to use the word embarrassed because of what people are going to think of you, and I've heard that before. People are looking at me like I'm a bad person, which unfortunately is true. Like Coach talks about that. You get that stigma that if your son or daughter is into drugs, well, you must be shitty parents, which we all know is not the case. And Donald, you were talking about Dare. Lori updated it, said that it was cut due to funding.
But Cookie says they still have it in New Jersey.
In New Jersey, and Cookie says it's still there, but yeah, they said the funding was cut, and then there was someone else.
And I looked it up. It says in 2009 it was basically shut down. There might be a few. Now it's called Keeping It Real, and the real stands for refuse, explain, avoid, and leave. That's what Keeping It Real.
And then we've got Shenanigator. Shenanigator said, yes, Dare, they don't do it here. Mr. McGruff, the dog. I remember the dog, and I can't remember what the hell the dog said, but I do remember the dog. So just like you, Donald. Well, I guess I should have listened
like
a little better.
They used to have a commercial that I was just thinking. So they drop the eggs in the pan.
Oh, yeah.
And they're like, this is your brain on drugs
sizzling
or
away.
something like that.
Yeah. They came
and it shows
to my little one's school.
It shows the egg cooking like in the frying pan.
Yep.
Yeah, it said they were giving the speech about it, that it said, this is your brain, and they show the egg, they crack it open into the skillet sizzling away. But also I keep just in case anyone has seen here, when I get my little smirk, I still it's my new look. It's the hockey player in me. I had part of a bridge that happened, of all days, Thursday. I was at the studio in Connecticut, and I did all the filming and the skits upstairs Wednesday. Filming Thursday, I had 2 people left. The person I was about to interview was Skylar. So him and Kayla are there. Skylar's in the studio getting prepped. I'm walking down the hall, and I bite down into this candy, and I was like, man, this is really hard. And I bite again, and also I spit a tooth out. I'm like, you gotta be kidding. So I turn around and I go the other way. OG and Kayla were in the green room, and I go right by them out the door, the opposite way I should be going. They're kind of looking at me, and I go to the bathroom, and I was able to pop it back in, and I walk back out, and I look over And they're like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "After the interview, as long as things go okay, I got to tell you a surprise for you. After the interview, we'll see what happens."
And
And
we're like,
Kayla's
what
like,
is
"You're gonna
going
leave it like that?" And I walk into the studio, and Skylar's just looking at me, and I said, "Okay, let's do this." I go, "But just so you know, I hope we make it through the interview, and afterwards I'll explain why." And we do the show, and after the interview, I was sitting there and I told him what happened. So I was able to make it through that one, and I made it through the 6 o'clock one. Friday, I think I had 4 more shows. I went and I got some of that temporary fix, fixed it, made it all the way to the end on Friday. Saturday, we saw you. Um, Friday night, came home, bit down, it fell out again. So, yeah, so I've got no tooth, and oh well, it is what it's character, right? It's character. Look at Lori. It says, "Manny, you always have something going on."
Don't
Yes.
feel bad. I'm missing several teeth, so
Hey,
don't
you
feel
know
bad.
what? We are who we are, Donald.
You're still
Oh,
both
that's right.
beautiful.
Hell
Jamie's
yes.
That's
always
the
like,
way
I
you
don't
are.
know how you get away. I'm like, I don't really care what anybody says.
There
Hey,
you
you know
go.
what? If you're just worried about, how I look, then I'm not worried about you. It's like, hey,
Uh-huh.
but yeah, so that was funny. And
Yeah.
but
And
it was a
on the way down, I actually so I haven't seen my little youngest brother in, geez, I don't know. It's probably 7, 8 years.
oh wow.
I mean, we message each other and we're in like a group family text message. We're always messaging back and forth. And I'm like, hey, he lives kind of like on the Mass Connecticut line. So he's like, hey, meet me here at this place. We ended up going to one of his favorite restaurants. And so I got to sit down. I haven't seen my nephew since he was, I don't know, 5 years old. So we got to sit there for probably an hour, hour and a half, and had dinner and
Nice.
talked.
Yeah,
And yeah, yeah. So
that's
it made it
great.
for a good weekend.
What a great time. So that's you said you've been sober now going on 5, right? 5 years.
Yeah.
So here they get a chance to your nephew gets to see Uncle Donald, and in recovery along with your brother. Had to be a great time.
Well,
Yeah.
just
Uh,
keep those
and then,
connections open.
yeah. And like I tell Tammy, like, I'd rather reach out, like, I mean, recovery is great in Maine, but I don't know. So I reach out, like, Skylar's my friend. You guys are my friend. Lori actually called me the other day. I think she hit phone call by accident, but I'm like, well, since I got you on the phone, we might as well shoot the shit. And I'm like,
Yeah.
so I talked with Lori, I don't know, for 5, 10 minutes. We talked about her getting a new vehicle, and
Yeah.
I told her if she needed somebody to help her out with doing stuff with the rally, she can hit me up, and I try to help her out doing stuff with the rally for her. So I know
For
So
she's
that
always.
means you're going to be down there in June then?
you're going to be there for the
I'm
next one, right?
hoping, yeah, yeah,
Okay.
Great.
yeah.
We are going to be looking for you. You know what? Our shenanigator Jacqueline Donald, her date
For 5 years.
her 5 years is February the 10th. When's yours?
I don't say it because every time
Oh,
I
Okay.
keep track of it, something happens.
All right
okay.
then. Well, you
I,
know
Okay.
I
what?
just say I just say multiple years. That's
Okay.
all I
Hey,
say.
that's fine,
No,
man.
that's good.
But
That's okay. It's still multiple years. That's
there you
beautiful.
go.
I got
Well,
it in
just
the back of my head,
It's all that matters.
and and
But
yeah, every
congratulations
time
anyway. Stay strong, brother.
every time I used to keep track of it, I would end up going out and relapsing, and
Uh-oh.
or something would happen, or I'd come up on. I'd be like, okay, I'm 2 years, so guess it's time to celebrate.
you know what? I've done that a few times, not even thinking about it, where talking about dates, and like people, what's your sober date and all that, or when. Mine's January 27th. And I've always said, like, if it was prior to, or if it was coming up, I would say like 4 years, and it'll be 5 in a couple of months or whatever it is. But now I just go forward. Like for me, I'll always tell people it's going to be 6 years, January the 27th. And I had someone say, "Well, you shouldn't say that, and you shouldn't do this." I'm like, don't tell me what I should and shouldn't do. But just like I completely respect, what you just said, because that's, you do it your way. I'll do it my way. Shenanigator, we all have our way, which is the right way. And, but I remember the first time I did that, because I would always say 4 years, 6 months, and all that to try to get all exact. And then I would just round it up. And the first time I did that, this one person said, "Well, that's not exactly true because it's not there yet." And it's like, fuck, man, you trying to set me up for failure? Well, so, but that's okay. And I just saw Lori here. It says, where'd it go? Lori
That's
says,
weird.
"I will start planning in October for the
Yeah.
June rally."
Mhm.
So that's what happened with us and Lori. We were chit chatting, and she brought up the rally, which we said yes. And then I asked when it was, and she goes, June 14th, I think it was. And I go, Lori,
Six,
I go, it's October or November, whatever it was. I go, that's not till the summer. Fast forward, all of a sudden it was like, holy shit, it's like in 2 weeks. So that'd be awesome to see you there, Donald.
Laura said
Yeah.
she's also 8 years clean from smoking weed. And I got married 35 years ago today. So I don't know if that's congratulations or not, but anyway, okay. Okay.
Let's see. Okay. Oh,
Who
there
said
it is.
that, Lori? I
this
That
can't
was
is-
see
Lori.
right
That was
I got it
Lori.
right here. It says, "I'm
Yeah.
8 years clean from smoking weed and got married 35 years ago today." Well,
Okay.
congratulations, and I'm sorry. So that's like, well, everyone, OG always gives me shit because I'm like, we're going to celebrate everything. I don't care what it is. Our sober dates, our birth dates, our wedding anniversaries, kid got on the baseball team, kids on an honor roll, our divorce date. Sometimes that's the happiest date besides the sober date, So, but, and Lori also,
I had a
let's
divorce
see,
party.
where did it go?
Sometimes it costs you more money to get divorced than it did to get married, too.
It always costs
Well,
more.
Yeah.
Lori says, "I need a nickname." All right, people. She opened the door.
Did you tell them that you were standing there and you went over and talked to that kid and the kid's name was Manny, too?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We were sitting there, and Elvis, who is a guest on the show, just
Wonderful
please,
man.
please, if you get a chance, all of the shows, all of the guests who have been kind enough to come on My Fight or War, please go check them out because they are
Heartbreaking.
all amazing. One of our guests, Elvis, has lost his son, and it's so close to Coach's story about Brian that I actually thought they were talking about that. So Elvis was sitting at a table with this young dude, and just they're talking back and forth, and throughout the day we were just, hi, how you doing and stuff. And Elvis says, "Listen, I'd like you to meet someone." And so I walk over, and all of a sudden, of course, other people are milling about now, and we're talking with them, and I hear, "Hey, Manny," and I go, "Yeah," and he goes, "This is Manny." And I go, "Yeah," he goes, "No, this is Manny." And I'm like, yes, yes. The other guy's name was Manny. So yeah, but the slight difference, he was a hell of a lot younger, a lot better looking, and he had hair down to his butt.
Yeah.
Long hair, man. But yeah, that was funny. Manny and Manny show.
He was involved with, I don't remember how many organizations
Oh,
he
yeah.
said, but it was
Yeah.
a law.
He's a busy man.
Remember, Donald, we were sitting by the table when he walked over and he was talking with Bo and us, we were there, and he was just rattling them off. And then he goes, "Oh, that's right. I'm president of, oh, yeah. You forget what you're president of." But no, just after he walked away, Bo was saying just every person that we met, it was, just like when you think it couldn't get any better, and it wasn't that one was better than the other. Just the stories, the caring, the motivation that we all got that day,
The
was
involvement by everybody.
everybody.
Yeah, yeah, and it was nice to see the Milford Police Department set up
Also
over
there.
there
Mhm.
also. Yeah,
Mhm.
I can't
Yeah.
remember. Yeah, because remember we were right there. We met him during our 5-foot walk.
yeah,
Um,
yeah,
but
yeah.
Oh, by the way,
I
Lori
can't
just said
remember.
she loves all y'all's accent.
oh, did you hear that, Donald? Lori loves y'all's accent.
I think she
Our
means
Don't feel
accent.
yeah.
bad. My nickname is Shaver.
Shaver, Shava,
Yeah, yeah.
Shava. Just like
So
we.
some people call me that, and I've been trying to get away from it, but
Hey, Shava's cool.
Yeah.
That's a cool nickname. Plus, with your accent, man,
We
everything's
love
cool.
it.
Just like I keep telling that story about the 5 feet, not only because of the ending when we've walked 5 feet in an hour.
yeah,
I just
I don't even think we made it to the. Oh yeah, I think we did eventually make it to the end of the first 5 tenths, but it
Maybe.
was
oh
like Coach was like, "Come on, let's take a picture," and
oh
I mean, I know he wants to get pictures taken and stuff,
Yes.
and
Yeah.
you know,
I was telling OG, I have never had so many pictures taken ever, and it was so much fun, and it was just
And you with the loose tooth.
yeah, and smile, yeah, but it was just and just going in circles because I mean you were there, man. Me and you were talking, and it's like over here we're talking to the person, and someone would just walk up and maybe not realize we were talking to somebody and like kind of grab your shoulder and like turn you around as like, hey, can we get a quick picture of all of us? And meanwhile, this person's still talking. We're like, but it was amazing. I'm trying to think who else. There was
yeah,
so much.
what was it called? C car? Was that what
Yeah.
the name?
Yes.
Yeah,
C-car.
That
Yeah.
C
was
car.
with,
That's where
remember,
Dana was
that
sitting.
was with Dana, who you met.
Yeah. C cars. So they bring the
Yep.
people in off the street and and
Dana was on our show. And the day before that, her mother was on the show. And you talk about powerful and impact
Ooh.
the story, all of them, but the intensity. I know I'm missing some here because let's see.
Well, Jackie likes the southern drawl because she's used to the southern drawl. That's nice to hear new accents.
Well, what's funny is Lori had a bunch of what was her name? B
B.
and all of the people from Athens, Alabama. B was a guest on our show who was awesome. And she was with about 5 girls at the
The
house
Sisters United.
when she was coming on the show. So I sent the link to the show, just like for you. And so I was in the studio and we were talking, but we weren't live yet. So we're talking back and forth, and I hear giggling and laughing. And B's like, we heard they said, "Oh, Manny's on. We hear that thick accent of his." I'm like, mine, and she's y'all fixing,
It's so funny. It
wrecking.
just did all the different parts of the states.
Yeah,
I love it.
Lori, yeah, and what was the other one? Oh, bless your heart.
Oh yeah.
Bless your heart.
Mhm.
Let's see.
oh yeah, like when I go to like Florida and stuff and talk, and they're like, "You're from the north, aren't you?" I'm like, "Yeah,
I don't know.
You're from the north.
North.
You're
yeah,
one of
I'm
them.
from the north." Yeah,
Oh man. And it was also funny that gentleman I was telling you about that talked to me that was 4 days sober. Um, he we were walking with Coach, or it was just me and him walking. Coach was in front of us, and we were going to Rick. And Rick's a huge Boston Red Sox fan. Of course, Coach is a huge Yankees fan, and of course, Detroit. So as we're walking, I look at this guy, Paul. I'm like, okay, wait a minute. We got to find something out very serious here. Who you rooting for, as far as baseball? And here he's looking at me like, are you serious? He goes, I go, because Coach is a huge Yankees fan. Rick is a huge Boston fan. Of course, I'm from Detroit. He goes, I'm a Mets fan. All of a sudden, Coach
Oh,
and Rick are like, what the shit? So, stuff like
But
that.
he needed to laugh. That was
We need-
perfect because he was crying 5 minutes before that.
What's shenanigator got going on
Yonder? She
here?
read
Yonder?
Yonder.
Yonder.
Like
So
fixing and
fixing
yeah,
yonder.
down yonder.
It just sounds great when he says
Yeah,
it.
but I still, tomorrow at work, when people ask me about the event, a shit ton of it's going to be, well, we made 5 feet in an hour. You made my day, man.
He's
yeah.
been repeating that all day.
Oh, I have.
Yeah, I
But-
came home and I mean we're in the middle of moving too. So
Oh, congratulations, by the way.
Yeah, wow.
I got a
Well-
lot of stuff going on. So between working and moving and
Why don't you give everyone an update? Tell them the good news.
Yeah.
so I got I've been working on my credit the last, I don't know, 4 years. So since I got sober, I've been working pretty dang hard to get my credit and save money. And so the house that we're in, they're trying to sell it. We've been here, Tammy's been here 20 years almost. Her kids grew up here and stuff. So, so they want to sell the house that we're in. So
Mhm.
I'm like, well, might be a good time to fill out the application to try to get approved for a house. So I filled it out, and a couple days later, they came back with a approval letter.
Woohoo!
Congratulations.
Yeah. So today I was filling out for another mortgage company to, like compare interest and
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
down payments, and so I think I filled out 3. Yeah,
That's a
3
lot of paperwork for
applications.
mortgage. Oh,
Yeah, because they want
yeah.
like your last 2 years of like
Mhm.
employment, like your
Mhm.
W-2s, your bank statements,
Mhm. How
your
many times
right
you blink
arm.
an hour? Yeah.
Yeah, your right arm, your left leg. I mean, but I
It'll
have
be
a
worth
really
it.
good, yeah, I have a really good realtor friend, and she she does a lot. If I ask her a question, like she'll answer me right off the bat.
Mm-hmm.
So, but to try to
Well,
find a house in Maine, it's like because the market is so crazy right now, especially up here. Like we have a lot of out of staters that are coming up here and buying up property, so it's kind of like a hard fight. But in the meantime, we found a rental, which ain't far from where we live now. So we signed a lease last night. So now we're locked in. At least we're locked in
for a year.
for a year.
Okay.
We don't have to worry about where we're gonna live, and we're not gonna be homeless. And because
Mhm.
at first we were thinking, my brother lives in West Virginia, and he's like, "Well, why don't you come down here?" And that's like 12-hour ride from me. So we'd have to pack everything up and the dogs, and it would have been too much to just jump ship, But no, we're happy. We finally got a place we can have because a lot of people don't take dogs
Mm.
like
Mhm.
in a rental, and and the lady that owns it is actually friends with Tammy, so we kind of lucked out. And but no, we're happy. So we've been packing. Yesterday, I packed, and living here so long, we just accumulated so much crap, and I just was throwing a bunch of stuff away. And
Oh, I hate moving, man.
Me
But
oh,
too.
it's not, I mean, you You like Maine, though. I mean, you've lived there your whole life, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And it sounds like you love the area. You know, I
Oh yeah,
mean, yeah,
yeah. I have a
I-
good job, and I mean, I hate to leave my job. I've been at it. I've been paving for 30 years.
man,
So
it's a heavy job, man. But because I know when we talk, it's not like I want to get out of Maine, I want to move, and we were talking about that a little bit at the event, how you're fishing and all that, and how much you enjoy that. And I tell you what, I didn't notice as much. I was looking at your page more as far as some of the pictures. Man, I tell you what, all that food is that stuff. Is that your cooking? Is that are you the one who loves to cook, or is that just other
Is that
people's
Tammy
cooking
or
and you
what?
just love to eat?
no, I cook. Tammy cooks. I mean,
Man, I mean, everything
Tammy
from
Tammy cooks a lot of the time, but usually if
uh,
I do like the grilling, and she's more of like the kitchen, like, but she does a lot. Every Saturday, she's cooking for 50, 75 people at the park downtown
why don't you tell
for the
people about that?
Yeah, tell people about
for the
that.
so she goes, there's her, and so it started out, it was this old lady, her name's Betty. She lives, I don't know, 40 minutes from here. We all got introduced at, I think it was like a funeral or something. I don't remember what it was, but it might have been a warming shelter because the wintertime they have like a warming shelter so people can get in and out of the weather,
Mm,
and we do a lot of volunteering at the warming center too. Um so anyway, Tammy goes, there's a place called Deer and Oaks. It's kind of like the grounds, like where they had the event this weekend. It's like a
mhm,
park. And usually, so Friday, sometimes Thursday, you'll find Tammy will be in the kitchen for like hours cooking. Like sometimes, like it's shepherd's pie, or sometimes she's making meatloaf or pasta or even peanut butter and jelly. I mean, if you're living on the streets and you're hungry, I mean, they'll pretty much eat anything. But every Saturday she's down there, her and this lady, and they cook food. They lay out, like, they call it the tarp mall. So they put this big blue tarp out, and they collect clothes, and like depending on what season it is, if it's getting towards winter, there'll be like coats and blankets and stuff like that. And
mm.
um but usually in all the food, like, we don't ask for no donations or anything. It comes right out of our pocket. We've been doing it for, I think, like 3 or 4 years now. We've been doing it.
Wow.
Man,
Wow.
that's awesome, Donald. I mean, that's just you know eh, for for the people who did not see Donald's show, please go and watch it. Go check it out on YouTube and um, because it was just incredible. Everything that you're talking about, you know, the new house and everything that's happening
You've come a long
are
way,
are
baby.
so deserving, man. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, talking about you made a comment about the rental, and you said we don't have to worry about being homeless. And some people may have heard that thinking, well, you're not going to be homeless. You got this, you're waiting for a house, you're waiting to buy. Maybe let that just kind of skid by. But you know all about being homeless. I mean, how old were
Yeah,
you when you were first had to deal with being homeless? How old were you
I
to when
was
you
a
first?
teenager. I remember, like bouncing here and there and staying at friends' house, and you know, go over here. Hey, can I sleep? Oh, no, I've slept on the sidewalks a few times.
I was just gonna
And
say some of the I mean, not to bring up, unpleasant things, but just to show where you were to where you are now. What were some of the worst elements that you had to deal with as far as where you had to sleep?
oh, I mean, different weather. I mean, I remember, especially like when I was a kid, we would sleep in the car. Like, we didn't have a home back then. We'd pull in like a back road and set up a tarp and, would sleep under the stars. I mean, like I said, we were probably one of the poorest families in the town. I mean, we didn't have any money. And my mother would work third shift, would sleep in the car at her work sometimes, get up. She'd come out of work in the morning and she would take us to school. I mean,
Wow.
we weren't getting up and taking a shower, or we were waking up in her car and going to school.
So all
So
that I mean, so your mom did everything she could. So here you are homeless, but you were still getting to school.
yeah, yeah.
How
And the
many were
school
there,
bus.
Donald? How many were there? I know as far as your siblings that were in
Well,
the
I
car.
got 13 brothers and sisters, but at that time, I think there was only like 3 or 4 of us in the car. And like when she got paid, like she would rent a hotel room and we'd be able to shower and watch TV. And I mean, I mean, I know she did the best she could. I mean, but
Wow.
yeah, yeah.
Abs-
I mean, my dad was always an alcoholic, so he was he pretty much took care of us. I don't know. My mother would sleep, and then after they separated, I went with my mother, and then I ended up going to live with my dad. I ran away from my mom and lived with my dad. So, but then he passed away when I was 18, so I was kind of pretty much on my own then.
Man.
So,
When we first
yeah.
talked to you, weren't you living in the car at that time?
What's that?
When we first talked to you, Donald, were you living in a car when we first talked to you?
No,
No?
No,
no.
Okay.
that was a
Okay.
long
I
time
think
ago.
I know who you were talking about. I can't remember his name.
Oh, John Tool.
I think it was, yeah, 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 yeah. It was like lived
Oh.
in Ohio or
The one
somewhere like
the
that.
one who had the lizard,
Oh.
the BMX bike, the black hair, the
Yeah,
one
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Okay.
yeah, he's throwing it still, yeah, still
Okay.
in the car.
yeah,
But so here that's why when you were telling me about because I got your message about the you were getting ready because wasn't it like a week or so ago that you were going to see if you were going to get approved to get a
yeah,
mortgage, and then
yeah,
you sent me
yeah,
that you got approved, man. And I was just like,
yeah.
yes,
Yeah, it was fast too, but like I said, to try to find a house in Maine is,
yeah, the
unless
cost is
you go like,
ridiculous.
oh yeah, the cost up here is crazy. I mean, like that's why I was thinking about like going to West Virginia where my brother lives, because like the same house up here that's 400 grand is probably 200 grand in West Virginia. You
Jeez.
know,
How far is the
yeah,
rental from where you're at now?
it's about half an hour.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I keep
Yeah.
forgetting you've lived there. You know Maine like the back of your hand.
Yeah, it's about half an hour. We went and met with the landlord last night. She's a very nice lady. She's what is she? She's I wouldn't say a scientist, but she's something OG might know. She's like a experimentalist for cardiovascular or something.
Oh, okay. Okay. So
One
she
of the
works in the
smart
hospital.
people, huh? Yeah,
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
oh yeah. Oh yeah, she yeah, very smart. Yeah. Yeah.
Very
Well,
smart.
they used to live in the unit that we're gonna be renting, but now I guess they bought a $1 million home somewhere, so they're doing something right.
Well, I
Yeah.
tell you what, man. I don't know if you played the lottery, but I
Oh
just so
yeah,
happened to in the other room, I've got a piece of paper that's worth $1.1 billion, and
Woo-hoo.
I will remember those people in my life.
we
So
had we had a guy the last time. Was it? No, it wasn't Powerball. It was
the
Mega
mega.
Million. Mega
Mhm.
Million. Yeah. The last time it was $1 billion, a guy in Maine hit it.
Really?
Yeah.
Did
Yeah.
you know him?
No. He's probably about an hour from me.
Man, when you hear that, the winning ticket was sold in Maine. Okay, where's Donald? Well, he just shit himself, and
Looking at his ticket. Yay.
oh, just like it was, what's Manny doing? He is doing the two-step I shit in my pants box step.
Yeah. He's
Um,
gotta go. Like,
yeah, I was at the store and it was $1.1 billion, and they said if you do the one lump
Yeah,
payment,
that
they're
one payment's like four something or
yeah,
500. Yeah.
like 500 million. I was like, yeah, I think I could do that. I think I can.
we could get by.
Yeah,
I'd
so
take a couple million.
I'm
Really.
telling you, man, I had a buddy one time we always go hunting and to go up to deer camp. And when we were up there, we'd always buy tickets. We'd put in, some money each. And my one buddy would never, he'd say, well, how much is it? And it was like, it's like 50,000. I mean, this was back when it was, I don't know what the
Yeah.
minimum is now. And he goes, oh man, I don't play. At least it's at least like 500,000. I'm like, oh, 100,000 is not enough for you? I didn't know you had that much. But yeah,
Out Depot.
so
Oh,
it
your
will.
cousin Casey's on, by the way.
Casey's on.
Uh-huh.
Where's Casey?
He's back there somewhere.
Casey
Mm-hmm.
is right
Yeah, he even
there.
sent you some stars.
Hey, Casey, what's happening? Casey Villa.
Mm-hmm. Another nephew.
Another nephew. Casey was kind enough to come on. Actually, him and Bo,
Mm-hmm.
where Bo came along to the studio on Friday, and they were both dead tired. But Casey was nice enough to come on and tell a story. And then we're there Saturday to see Donald at the Brian Cody Brothers and Sisters Foundation, which
Mm-hmm.
we got to keep pushing, and that's one reason that we got a hold of Donald. And it was Saturday before we left the event. We were getting ready to leave, and I was like, "Hey, Donald, man, what do you think about coming on live with us Monday?" It's okay. I mean, no hesitation.
No
Let's do
problem.
it. You know,
He's packing up boxes, but sure, I'll take a break.
yeah.
Yeah. I got
But
most of it packed up, so I'm hoping it'll be an easy transition.
is there a place for
But
the pooch for your dogs?
oh yeah,
Is it
yeah.
all fenced in?
The ladies, yeah, all fenced in yard. I can
Nice.
open
Perfect.
the back door, and it goes right into the yard.
Oh, great. What do you have? One dog, two dogs, or
Two
what do you,
dogs. I was
two?
hoping Tammy would let them down here, but I don't know what. She must got them locked in upstairs.
Okay.
Yeah, well, I'm
No,
sure. What?
my my black dog. I got his name's Chad. I don't know if you've seen pictures of him, but he's got like funky ears, and he's like a. We rescued. He was a puppy when. So when I first got sober, I'm like, I want to go get a puppy. Our other dog we put down probably, I
Oh.
don't know, 6, 8 months before that.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, well, I want to go get a puppy. And Tammy's like, oh, really? Already? And I'm like, yeah. So we
Dude.
went, and there was like a litter of, I think, 3 or 4 puppies. Well, I had seen him online, and I'm like, he was at the shelter, and I'm like, we're going to get that dog. So we went and got the dog, and he's been with me ever since. He rides in the car with me. pretty much anything. He sleeps on my pillow.
No, I'm telling you,
When I
they
when I come home from work, he's sitting on the step, looking out the door window, barking at me like, yeah. And then
unconditional love.
yeah, and I got him uh trained, a little bit trained. I mean, he's a smart dog, but I ended up my doctor wrote me a letter for so he can be a emotional support dog.
And you've had him since a pup, right? And
Since a
how? I'm
puppy,
sorry.
yeah.
How old is he now?
He's almost 5.
5. I tell
Yeah.
you,
But
they
he's
are.
still a baby. He's still a
Yeah,
baby.
he'll always be your baby. But what's the other
Yeah.
dog's name?
Yeah. What's the other one?
Ginger. She's like a beagle mix.
How
She
old's
looks
she?
more like a beagle.
How old's Ginger?
She is 2.5, almost 3, I think. I
Oh,
think she'll be 3 this month,
Hmm.
October. Yeah, October. Yeah.
man.
Yeah, we got her. So when Tammy was working at the park one day while volunteering, these people came up to her and they were talking to her and they had this dog and they're like, "Oh, well, the dog hasn't eaten and like we can't afford to feed the dog pretty much."
Mm.
Mm.
So Tammy called me and she's like, well, she came home and she was like, "Come on, get in, let's go. We're going to the park." I'm like, "Oh, okay, great."
You got set up.
Yeah, I got set up, but she's the most loving dog we've ever had.
Don't let
Like,
Chad hear that.
oh yeah, no,
Yeah.
Chad's my favorite, but Ginger, like, she's right up next to me at night sleeping. She sleeps under the covers. Like, she will not sleep on top of the covers. I don't know what it is, but
Keep you
she
nice and
has
warm.
to be she has to be covered over with the blanket.
Do they get along okay? The two?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. They're like 2 peas in a pod.
You know, Donald, I've always had dogs and they've been rescues. And I had 2 of them that I had, Chopper and Taz, were both Pitts, Shepherd or Pitts mix. And Chopper was just like Ginger. Wanted to, as soon as I get ready for bed, Taz would
Let
come
me
running and would jump on the bed. He'd sleep on my feet. Chopper would jump into bed and burrow. She'd put her head under the covers and go all the way down and just had to be covered every night.
come here, Bob.
Uh-oh, which one's coming?
Come on. I just want to show him.
Is
Yes,
that
Chad.
Chad?
I don't know if you
Hey,
can see him.
Chad. Chad, sit.
Come here, bud.
Sit.
Come on.
Chad. Ginger.
Where's Ginger?
Ginger.
She's
We're
right
gonna
here.
have to do a show with all our fur
Come here,
babies.
Jen.
Hey, Ginger.
Aw.
She's like, who's talking to me? Ginger. Ginger, you want a treat? You want a treat?
Oh yeah, don't say that. She'll go crazy.
Okay, let's go for a walk.
Yeah, really. Or let's go in the
Don't
car.
say that. Oh man. They make everything better, brother. That unconditional love. They just make everything better.
Oh
Tell,
yeah.
tell Tammy we all said hi.
Chad's like rambunctious, so he's got so much energy.
Uh, well, Donald, make sure you tell Tammy that we all said hi and thank her for sharing you with us. you know,
Oh yeah, she always like, "What are you watching, Manny again tonight?" I'm like, "Yeah, every night."
hey, we part of the family. Just like, hey, well, Tammy, you're part of this family too.
Mm-hmm.
But
And which
say
one?
hi.
Chad? Come here,
Come on,
Chad.
bud. No, he's scared.
No.
Okay.
Good.
Want treat? No, he's out of here. His
All right.
mother's
Well,
probably feeding him chicken or something upstairs. I don't know.
Yeah, he's like, let's see, a biscuit or some chicken. I'm going
Yeah,
upstairs. I'm
they
going
loved it.
upstairs.
I'll cook a steak and I'll cut the bone off. I know it's not good for them, but whatever. They're
That's
my
okay.
dogs.
They're carnivores. It's fine.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, if we could eat it, they could eat it. But all right, Donald. Well, listen, brother, we're gonna get ready to wind this up here. But we definitely wanted to reach out, and it was important to talk to you tonight, man. One, just to let you know how much we appreciate all you do, for being on here, your positives, your support, your motivation, you're always, you know all of your kind words, they mean so much, to us and to everyone else. And we get a lot of people who message, who talk about you, and so you really do, your words matter. And
Mhm.
after seeing you Saturday, and getting to see you in person, and I mean, it's nice you get to see people and
On the screen.
on the screen and see their posts, or like this, we get to hear you and see you. But just seeing you in person, man, you are just an awesome guy, man, and really just so happy for you and Tammy, and your new home, and just everything you've done in life and everything that's coming your way. Because this is just the beginning,
Mhm.
and just extremely happy for you.
And thank you
Yeah,
for being our
appreciate it.
correspondent on the road at the event. You were fabulous.
Yeah, that's all right. I like taking pictures and doing all that stuff.
Well, we're gonna be, doing a lot
That,
more lives. What's
that's
that?
what I said. I never met you guys. I never met Coach. I never met Skylar. And then I met everybody in one day.
I mean, what a great day. And
Yeah.
yeah, we were it's a treat, it's a pleasure, it's an honor. And doing this, I've said it so many times. The people we've been fortunate enough to meet is just a pure blessing, man. And you're awesome, man, and really appreciate you. And we're gonna be doing lots of shows. So, as everyone knows, I love to go live for absolutely no reason sometimes, or sometimes for reasons like this. So, I'll be reaching out to you again to come on and just chit chat.
Yeah, anytime. Anytime at
All
all.
right.
I know the
Well,
first time I was like a little nervous, but now I'm like, I don't really, it's
I tell
nothing.
you, you were you were a huge hit, and that day that you were on the first half, yeah, I mean, it's common. I mean, it's normal, man. A little bit nervous. You're talking about very personal, painful things, but everyone noticed it, especially Lori. About
Mhm.
halfway through, it was like something just clicked, and that switch was flipped,
You
and you were
blossomed.
just glowing.
Yep.
And everyone noticed it, and everyone just fell in love with you, man. Because I got so many messages talking about you that night, and ever since then. So really, man, thank you for everything. And we are going to be chit chatting with you again real soon. So tell Tammy again hello from all of us here in Detroit, and Chad and Ginger. Have a good night, and we'll be talking soon, brother.
Yeah, have a good night, guys.
All right, you got anything you want to tell the world before we end this?
Uh, what do you say? Keep up the good fight?
Keep fighting the good fight.
Keep fighting a good
Yeah,
fight. Like,
yeah.
Oh, all right, brother. Well, Donald, man, listen, man, love you, thank you, and we'll be talking soon.
All right, bud.
All right, you take care. Bye bye.
like,
Mm.
You know what?
I'm not there. That's okay. Oh, there I am. I
Oh,
appeared
okay.
out of nowhere.
Well, Donald, man, I tell you, what a great guy.
Mhm.
What a great guy. And it's just so damn funny because here, one of the things that I've been making, not making fun of, but getting a kick out of, is that walk, because we literally,
Like 5
I mean,
feet.
literally 5 feet, and being stopped to talk, stopped to take pictures, and just BS with everybody. And then before we could go to the next table, other people that were around were
Mhm.
coming up and talking with them, and it was just such a great environment. And just it was like things quieted down for like a split second, and Donald was right next to me, and all I heard, "We've walked 5 feet in an hour." And I turn around and I look at him, and he's he's not even looking
Yeah,
at
he's
me.
just
He's
like
looking
talking to
down the
God or something.
row.
Who knows?
He's looking down the row at how far we have to go yet. And I looked at him and I started laughing, and he
Uh-huh.
looked at me, and then he started laughing. He goes, "We've only gone this far."
Yeah,
And I'm like,
yeah,
I
Donald just
know.
said 5 feet. LOL. And now I'm looking at the list of like the people who are on. So we haven't seen Tyler, but we met Bill Stacks. We've seen King Handsome. We haven't met Kevin Herbert yet.
Nope. And
Dan
he's
Cookie, yes. Bo, yes. Dan Gibson, I feel like we know you, but we didn't get a chance to see him.
Danny and Katie.
Lori, we've seen. Ryan Page, we haven't. Jackie Blankenship, also one of the shenanigans. I feel like I've known you, but we'll see
forever.
her hopefully maybe next year.
We definitely
at
want to
Lori's.
see you
And
and
then
Amber.
Casey Villa, who came on, we've seen him.
Yep.
So it's really nice. It's nice to put. It's beautiful to see the faces. It's fabulous to see the comments. But boy, oh boy, it just completes a circle when we get a chance to see you in person. So,
It was yeah, just like one of the first was it was Lori in June.
mhm.
And here we are back and forth with Lori. And then all of a sudden, boom, there she is at the airport. But it's very strange because this is someone you're going back and forth with through social media, through the internet, through texting, through the monitor.
Talking, texting, phone
And
calls,
so
yeah.
it's just like talking just like we are now.
Mhm.
But all of a sudden, there they are in front of you.
Yeah.
And it's just like, the first thing is just that big old hug.
It's such a great
And
feeling.
it was just so nice. And then from there, obviously, we get then Skylar and Kayla. And then again, like with Coach and Bo and everyone else from Connecticut
Casey
that
and-
we know, but then the people that we met through them that we got to meet in person. Donald Blow. I mean,
and hanging out with Bill Stacks.
Bill Stacks. And again, didn't really get a chance to finish with Bill, but Wednesday, like I said, when I got there is when we did the skits upstairs with me and Ian, and finishing up with Leroy and Kyrick and Dylan from the guys from Mr. Beast. And Thursday, Bill Stacks, my brother Bill, who is the host of Chatting with Stacks, who is also the producer and actor and running the show for the Uber Mafia, which I am very grateful because he has a part for me in that. And so I am going to jump into this next part of my life, which God knows what's going to happen. But Bill Stacks decided, I gave him a shout out. Said, listen, I'm going to be at the studio. Not even 5 minutes. Let's do it. And he showed up. Was it, when did he show? Was that Friday or Thursday? Whatever day it was. Maybe it was Thursday morning. We got to the studio, and again, not having anything set in stone about what we were going to do, except we're going to do some videos.
No script.
We popped upstairs, myself and Bill, and just let her rip, just to have some fun and give us some ideas for upcoming projects. And before he left, he goes, listen, him and his better half, Lindsay. Oh, she's awesome. She is so funny, man. They're talking about his new show, what's going on. And he goes, yeah, I've got a part that I wrote you in, a part for you. Before it was going to be kind of like not an extra, but just like small little snippet part to, be part of this movie. And he's like, well, he goes, Ian's going to be in it. Matt Cronin's going to be in it. And I want you to be in it. And I'm like, hell yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So thank you, Bill Stacks, for that. Really looking forward to it. And once these skits that are done that we did up in the studio on Wednesday night, you're going to see them on Ian Bix. You're going to see them on YouTube, and
they're fun. They're funny.
As well. It's just having fun up there, and being able to cut
a couple of convicts.
Just shooting dice. A couple of convicts playing cards. A couple of convicts and then me as a CO. So it's going to be a lot of fun. So thank you, Bill Stacks.
Mhm.
Tyler, thank you for popping on, buddy. We got to meet you
Yeah,
next,
he's
man.
at work right now. He's back and forth because he's at work.
Well, you have a great day, Tyler, and very happy for you. This whole family is just amazing,
Hmm.
and you guys have a great night. Thank you for spending some time with us tonight. Not sure exactly when we're going to go on again. First I got to get my day straight. Today's still Monday.
Yeah.
Back to work tomorrow.
like
to my
Sunday,
guys
but
at
it's Monday.
Wolverine. I get to see my brother Derek, who I'm sure is dreading coming to work tomorrow because him and his beautiful wife Naveen had a beautiful baby girl Sophia
Hmm.
a couple weeks ago. So he was off that last week, the week before. So tomorrow's going to be his first day back as a daddy and leaving baby girl at home. So looking forward to seeing him and the rest of the guys. So you got anything before we sign off?
No, just getting ready to go back to work myself. Saving lives, making money. You know how it goes.
Coach, Tony Morrissey, Mimi, Bo,
Casey.
okay, all you guys,
Agnes.
Casey, and
And
Cookie, everybody that was part of the Brian Cody Brothers and Sisters
A
Foundation.
lot of people.
Again, there's way too many Rick, Anna, Dave Stevens, Elvis, all of them. There's so many, but there's so many more that we've been blessed to
Is
meet
it Tito?
because of that day. Tito was there. We got to see Tito again. The people that we met through them who are going to be on the show. We've
Mhm.
got stacks within a few hours of people that want to be on our show and want to help. So thank you so much for that. And Donald just popped on here. This is from my man. Thanks, everyone. Great way to wind down from a great weekend.
Yep.
And Donald, a great way to end this night. Talking with you, getting your perspective, and just letting people know what we already know, and that's what a great freaking guy you are, man.
Mhm.
And Tammy for what she's doing, going down there Saturday, feeding the homeless, clothing them. God bless you guys, for everything you're doing, and everybody as well. Tyler
All
for
that
what
good
you're doing
energy
on the
people put
show,
out.
Lori for what you're doing, shenanigators, all of you, and Cookie for just
Just being
being
you.
you, and it's a blessing.
Hmm.
So we're going to be going live again throughout the week, and going from there. So you guys have a great night, and as always, don't forget, keep fighting the good fight.